So now let's design a flyer. So we'll be designing a flyer. So the thing what we'll do now is to bring in the flyer that we tend to design. Since we have a template, you can just go over to gallery and bring in the template that we tend to design. I have it saved on my phone. You can use it here. So just bring it in as a sample since we are designing out of it. And then in case you don't have a template to work on, you can draft it out yourself. If you are good at design, that depends on your creativity. You can draft it out. Understand? So after drafting it out, then you work. You arrange everything you want to design. You work according to what you've designed already. So in this case now, when you don't have a design, we work with the template. And in case you need an idea, if you don't have a certain idea, let's assume you want to design a flyer for let's say a barber shop, or a flyer for a cosmetic store, and you don't have a particular idea, all you just need to do is go. So all you do is you come over to your browser and then you search for Pinterest cosmetics store flyer. If you're in Nigeria, if you're in any country, just put the name of your country in Nigeria. Like if you have it in Nigeria, and then you search for it, and then you click on images. So you have different templates that you can work on. You can see just search for anyone you can work on. And if it's just any work, it can be flyer for any services or for any products. So once you just search for it, then you add Pinterest to the Pinterest will be the initial text, and then you add the name of the store and then in the country. Understand? So you see so many ideas, so many samples and templates you can work on. You can see. Understand? So if it is a service or business, so that's just about that. That's how to get my templates and then design ideas in case you don't have one in place. So now back to the work. So the first thing we want to do is to arrange our background. We can leave the background the way it is. So now first thing we do after the background is the size. We arrange the image size. So for social media flyer, the size shouldn't be, the width and the height shouldn't be more than 1000, regardless if you want to make it a portrait, which means it will be in a straight format, or you want to make it to be on the bend side, which is the landscape format, which means it will bend, it will not stand straight. You understand? So the image, the size, the width and the height must not be more than 1000 or at most 1080. So let's just leave it at 500 and 700. So the first thing you do is just to change the size. So after changing the size, let's bring in these two pictures, the two faded pictures. So let's bring in the first one, and then you click on the first icon. You come to gallery, you locate the picture wherever you save it. I think this one is saved. In my WhatsApp. So let's bring it in. I think it's saved in my WhatsApp. So this is the image. Just adjust it a bit. So after that, I just need to bring it in. And adjust it as you so wish. Okay, that's the first picture. So let me bring in the second picture now. Okay, that's the picture. Okay, then you adjust it as well. Pull it a bit to make sure the two pictures are aligned. me see that. So that is that. And then if you have, so what you want to do now is to lock the app so that it won't keep moving back and forth and all over the place. One thing you notice is that the app, the initial one we did, so let's bring this one to the front. So you can see it's right behind the two pictures we just added. So just click these two fonts and then you come to the top. So you notice that the two pictures underneath, they look faded right here. So what we will do now is look faded. So what you do here is let's lock this sample, the template. Let's not lock it, I mean to say let's just make it disappear for temporarily, just for the meantime. And then go to shape. So we're in shape already. Click on the plus icon. Click on this plus icon and then no, that's not the place we're going to. You click on the plus icon, sorry, and then you go to shapes. Go to shapes. Then you draw the shape over. You make it cover the whole of the background, and then this first color is the fill color, which is the color inside it, which is this white color. And then you go to opacity. You can see that the opacity is in 100%. So what we want to do now is to reduce the opacity, which is the brightness. Understand? You're reducing the opacity, and you see, you can see that it has changed a bit. So let's see we're okay with this. So let's go back to the elements and see the difference now. Let's look the shape we just added that we add opacity to. Let's just make it disappear temporarily as well and see the difference. You can see the way it is now. So after adding this, you see it becomes faded. So we are okay with this now. So let's bring back the template once more and see the next thing that we need to do. Let's revert this. Let's lock this last one we added. Let's lock it so that it won't keep moving around. And let's take this template. Let's make the template come over it, so we can be able to touch our template and move it as we want. So the next thing we should do now is to add this shape. You can see there is a shape here. This very shape. Let's bring it in. So let's come to shape. Okay, we're in shape already. So let's click on shapes, and then let's select the kind of shape we want. That's a circle. Shape is a circle shape, and let's move it to the side. Okay, let's move it in and let's draw it out a bit. Let's draw it down. Okay, that's the shape there. Let's leave the shape like that. Let's move it in a bit. So now let's give this shape, now let's give it a color. And then so this is the color. Let's click on the color. Let's look for a befitting color. It might be that, it might be this very color. You might decide to choose another color. Let's just choose the color. So now after that, let's pick another shape is under this circle shape. So let's lock the circle shape first, just to keep it in the position it is. So now the next thing we should do now is to bring in another shape, which is the shape right here. So let's bring in the shape now. Click on the plus icon and go to shapes. You can change the shape. This is the very shape we need. So we need to make the shape look like the one in the template. It has to be in the same form. So you just click on this mark icon and then you rotate it from this side. So you're facing the same place now. Let's make this one disappear for now, so that we're able to adjust the shape. So let's draw. We have to draw the shape to a desirable position. I think it's okay this way. I think it's better this way. Let's bring this one and see. Let's compare. It's okay like that. Let's put this on top of it. Okay, it's better that way. So let's lock it. So now the next thing is to give it a color. Let's give it a color. And click on shape. Let's click on this first. It has been locked, so we need to come click on it from here. So let's give it a color. Okay, that's the color. And then you will notice that on this template there is a line on top of this very shape. That's a very slim line. That tiny line is called a stroke. So let's come over here and look for the stroke and give it a stroke. Then increase the stroke width. Is in 2 now. Let's increase it. You can see it's not appearing because of the color. Let's give it a color. Let's make the color visible. Let's give it a color that will be visible. Let's give it black first. Okay, we're not clicking on it. It's locked. That's why it's not clicking. Let's pick it from here. And then let's give it the stroke now. Okay, you can see the stroke has appeared. Let's increase the width of the stroke. Can you see now? It's coming up? Okay, that's too much. Let's make the width to be 15 or 14 or so. I think it's better this way. So that's that. Now let's see the next thing that we need to do. Having done that, the next thing we need to do now is to bring in this round shape, this round element to the picture. So let's do that now. So to do that, we need to bring in a shape. It's a round shape. So let's edit the shape a little bit. We'll give it a stroke. You can see the stroke here. This is the stroke width. So let's give it a stroke color first. So now let's increase the width so that the stroke will be visible. You can see it. So you can give it a gradient color. There's one color can come from here. Then this next color can be dark. And this one can be a little bit brighter. You see? And we are not okay with that. There's no ingredient, it's okay. There's no ingredient before, so let's look at ingredients color now. You can pick whatever color we want, but anyways, let's just give it a color. A plain color, so we can continue. Let's give it this color. This looks okay too. So that's it. So adjust it, bring it here, move it downwards a little bit. Okay. So now to add the picture inside it. So add the picture. Make it a little bit bigger. Yes. So now to add the picture, you come to texture. And then click on this. So bring in the image. So let's look at this, the image inside it. Click on the image, you can adjust it a little bit. You can see the image is inside this already. So this one is okay this way. Now you can see that the stroke is not that visible. So let's come to stroke from here now. Let's come here and add the stroke from here. Let's see, we have the stroke now. Now let's increase the width of the stroke. You can see. So the stroke is here now. Let's change the color. See, okay, this looks cool. This looks cool. It's okay. This is the first one. So now let's lock it down. Just lock it. So now to bring the second shape, you have to make a copy of this. Make a copy and then just adjust it, just move it downwards. And then you add the texture. You go to texture. It's the same process. The first one, go to texture. And then let's
second picture. Let's use this one. Any picture. I think the picture is a little bit too big. Let's give it a scale. Let's give it a scale. Okay. It looks better now. Yeah, that's the second picture. The second picture I've added. So let's lock the second picture too. Let's lock it. And then after locking it, let's make a copy of it as well. Bring it downwards. If you are trying to move it and it's not moving, you can use this position to move it to any position you want it to go. So you can use that to change its position. You can use this too. Okay. Your elements need to be in line. So to make your design look stunning, everything has to be properly arranged. Understand? So you need to look out for the alignments of your elements. Understand? So that's exactly what I'm doing. So now that's just it. You arrange them. So you use this position here, this position too here. That's what you use. So arrange them in case they have been locked. So I think it's better this way. So this one, we need to change the image inside it. Let's go to texture. Go to texture. Go to date modified. Yeah. Okay, let's add this picture. So let's lock this one too. That is that, I guess. You see? Okay. Let's move it to the top. Let's move the template to the top. From the template to the top. Yeah, it's on top now. Okay. The next thing now is to add this anchor glab. So to do that, you need to click on the text icon and then come to edit. Then you do anchor glab. Yes, that's it. Then you move it. Okay, glamming. So to make it look the way it was, then the way it is, we need to change the font. So let's see. I think this is the font I used. Yes, that's the font. Yes, that's the font. And then change the color of the font. So all this depends on your own creativity. It's not a must that you use a certain font or use a certain color. If you don't like a certain color, the color I'm using, you can use your own color. All that depends on your creativity. As long as you are familiar with the tools and you know the concept, so you can just adjust everything the way you want. So let me just use this color. And you will notice that this color, this anchor glamour, it has a background, a black background, so we need to bring that in as well. So to do that, you come to background from here, come to this background, you click on the background, you enable it. You can see the background is, you can pick a color, you can pick any color you want the background to have. So let's make the background color black. So we've added the background. So the next thing now is to write the company's tagline, which is "Beauty is abode." Beauty is abode. So let's look for a font. So a font has to be a stylish one. I've downloaded a lot of stylish fonts, and I'll show you how to do that as well. Because you see these fonts, these are the preset fonts. These are the fonts that came with the app, and you see this my fonts. These are the fonts that I downloaded, and then there is a way I imported them in here. Understand? So I'll show you everything later. Just use this one. Let's go with this one. This one is looks stylish too. Let's go with this. And then these fonts, this text is very small, so for you to hold on to it and then adjust it, you might not be able to do that because you're using a font. So what you need to do, you want to adjust the size of any small element. It might not even be text, it might be any other element, maybe another picture, but it's very small. You want to increase the size, well, just bring the size down. You come to relative size. And if you come to relative size, just come to size. And then reduce the size. The smaller the size, the more difficult it becomes for you to pick it or to drag it. So now for you to move it, since it has been adjusted to be very small, for you to move it, you just come to position and then you move it. And if it's moving too fast, then you increase this move by, it is in 7 pixels, just reduce it to 3 or 4, then to move slower. Can you see that? Can you see? So just move it. So I think it's okay this way. Okay, is that the way it looks? Let's go this way. That's it. So the next thing now is just to bring in this our services to contact us, and then we are good to go. The next thing is our services. Our services. Bring it down. So let's reduce the size now. A little bit. No, I don't want that. See exactly what I'm telling you. I was trying to move it, but it's rotated. I never intended to rotate it. I wanted to move it, but because it's a very small element, so perform another action. So this is it. Then let's change the font. Let's change the font. Let's use this font. This one is okay. And then you can see that this our service is in black, and then it has a white stroke. So let's do it that same way. Let's make it black. Let's change the color to black, and then give it the white stroke. This is black. You can see it's very dark now. Or give it a white stroke. You see that it will change. This one now, the way it is now, it's having a black stroke. That's why it became darker. So when we use a white stroke, you can see that with the white stroke, it looks more beautiful and more appealing. So the next thing is to bring in the text, to bring in the services. So you just click on the plus icon, text, and then you edit it. So the first service is pedicure. Click on pedicure. Then you move it here to reduce the size. Reduce the size and then change the font. Let's use this font. Increase the size a little bit. This looks so tiny. Okay, it's okay this way. Now let's move the position. So you have to make it to be right aligned, because from this side, the left side seems not to be enough space for me. So we have to align it from the right hand side. So align it on the right hand side. Since the left side does not have enough space. I hope you understand what I'm trying to drive out. So now to write the second one, you have to make a copy of this. Make a copy and then you move it. Come to position, increase the move acceleration. You move it so it moves very fast. Bring it down, down, down. And what is it? Is that not Medicare or what? Medicare. Okay. And let's select it. So Medicare. So now to speed up this process, I'll have to stop the video now. Once I input the other services, then we can continue. So let me quickly input the remaining services so we can continue to make everything fast. So now I'm done bringing in the yes to the text. So one thing I wanted to note is that while inputting the text, example like this editor now, I write edit. Yeah, before editing, let's make a copy. After making a copy and then go to edit. And after editing, I just write photoshoot makeup. Understand? After writing photoshoot makeup, it might appear this way. Now the photoshoot is at the top and the makeup is under. I don't want it that way. Just put this small dot there and then circle. Just put it. Understand? You can see. So in case you encounter such, that's how to do with it. So the next thing to do now is use our services. Let's make a copy of it. And let's make it as contact us. Bring it down. Okay, it's good like that. But the next thing is to bring in this icon. So now to get this icon, I already have it saved in my phone. You understand? But in case you need such icon or any other icon, just go over to your browser. And then you search for flat icon. Flaticon.com. Just click on this search for icons. If you need WhatsApp icon, just type in WhatsApp. WhatsApp logo. I say logo, different logos. Any logo you need at all, just click on it. Facebook icon. So this is where you get the icon from. They are PNG icons. They don't have background, so you can use them in your design. So since I have it saved on my phone, so let's just go to gallery. So you can download. Okay. This is the WhatsApp icon. And I just have to use first to bring it in. This is click on this, then move the position. can press simplify. I click on OK. The relative size, because it's a shape. Any image are classified as shape here. So you see relative size, not just ordinary size. Unlike the text there, you reduce the width to make it smaller. Okay, which has been reduced. So the next thing is to add a text, which is the phone number. Here. Then we reduce the relative the size, reduce the size of the font on the size. Then we go to the font. Let's give it a font of your choice. So remove the position. We're not looking at the position. I think it looks too small. Let's increase the size a bit. I think that will show. Okay. Now let's bring in the Instagram icon and then the Facebook icon. That's the same process. Let's go to the gallery. Instagram icon. Let's grab it and reduce the size. And the shape. It's of size reduces. Now you can see that it's become less visible. You understand? So to make it visible, you just have to change the color. That's why I change the color to black. You can make it white if you want to, but prefer it to be black. Let me see. So now let's bring in the Facebook icon. So reduce the size as well. Let's move this. Let's change the position now. So all there is to learn is just for you to know the concepts. You understand? So I think we are done with everything here. We are done with everything. You see? That's all there is on it. So that's just it. So the next thing to do now you lock everything. Any element that you are here to lock, just lock everything. Lock them all. Lock everything up. So the template, you made it to disappear. It will not appear, but if you want to delete it, you can just delete. You can just click on delete, and it's gone. Understand? So this is just a sample of it. So you can arrange it the way you want. You can make it look more beautiful. You can add and remove, but this is just a sample, just showing you. So in the next video, I'll be designing another flyer very soon. So this is just the end of this one, so you can see. So now wait, before we end this video, you need to save. So for you to save, I already told you, just click on this, click here. It has been saved as project already, so the project is saved. Just go to save as image. So once you go to save as image, the size, and then you'll be asked with the dimension. Just put it in ultra. Put the dimension in ultra. That will give you the best quality. If it's in ultra, it will give you the best quality. So it's better to save it in ultra than any other option. Just save it in ultra and then save to gallery. So once it's saved, a folder named pixellab will be automatically created for it inside your file manager. So that's been saved already, so you can send it and use it as you wish.